So recently I posted a picture on Instagram and Facebook. Over 100,000 people saw it. This was in the January of 2015 and this was a couple weeks ago. So basically it caused a lot of people to, you know, get really pissed off, accusing me of steroids and everything like that. This before picture that I showed was completely real, and here's another one a couple days later looking really skinny. And it's not like I looked at normally, it's because I was depleted after a photo shoot. I was cutting at 1,800 calories, and that's just how I looked after, you know, binging on loads of cereal and loads of carbs after restricting my carbs a lot. It wasn't photoshopped, I wasn't off my cycle or something like that. So after going vegan, without a doubt, I put a lot of muscle mass. And obviously there are still some skeptics out there saying that it's not possible because the plant protein isn't bioavailable. But most of you guys know that all these myths have been debunked. One of the things that I think helped a lot was that when I was eating a lot of meat, not even a lot, but just the fact that I was eating animal products at all, it kind of fucked with my digestion a lot. And some people can tackle meat a lot better than others. I just couldn't tackle it. I was always constipated. I couldn't take a shit. Sometimes it took me 2 weeks to take a shit. So obviously your digestion and you know how your gut works has a lot to do with energy, your metabolism. And when I went vegan, all these digestive problems went away completely. I put on insane amount of weight after going vegan in the first 2 months because I was so excited that you were able to order pizza from Pizza Hut that was vegan, you know, without the cheese and just veggies and stuff like that with barbecue sauce. I was so happy with that I kept eating that over and over again, and I blew up, and my strength increased a lot from clean whole foods and processed garbage. So either way, I was consuming a lot of calories and a huge amount of carbohydrates. No, it's not steroids, but I can't really tell you exactly the science behind it because unfortunately there aren't many studies that show this. So I'm just speaking out of personal experience here. So I remember right before going vegan, I was doing bench press with 120 kilos for 6 repetitions, and now like 1.5 years later, 130 kilos for 9 repetitions was the most that I've done. And one of the reasons I think I got a lot stronger in the gym after I went vegan is because my workouts were getting a lot better as well. They were filled with energy. I could give it my all. Now in terms of muscle mass, which is the thing that I go for the most, the strength is not very important for me. Muscle mass is a lot more important, and you know, I'm more about aesthetics than powerlifting. No, plant protein isn't inferior in any way. The only thing that I can, you know, say and back up by studies is that animal protein is obviously acidic, but at my age with my testosterone levels, the acidity in animal products shouldn't really have, you know, set my gains back. So I can't really say it's because of that. So I don't know, it's just a combination of being on a caloric surplus for a very long time, getting stronger, which means I can push more weight. It's hard to get people to believe that you know, a vegan diet would do so much more positive. A lot of people think that you're gonna be kind of handicapped by going vegan, that you're gonna be limited, but for me it's been the exact opposite. I've been making more gains than ever and will continue to make gains. I don't want to get, you know, massive. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm just going for the aesthetics and just looking as good as I can look in my personal view. Even for bodybuilding, if you want to get big, massive, you can still be vegan easily. You just need to take loads of growth hormone, insulin, testosterone, all that good stuff that all those big ass bodybuilders take, and it won't make a difference at all. And one thing that I wanted to mention as well is that when I used to eat quite a lot of meat, you know, I wasn't getting a huge caloric surplus apart from when I was eating junk food like Ben & Jerry's ice creams and fast food and stuff like that. And the reason is because a lot of people, when they're eating meat, they're obsessed with protein. Oh, I'm gonna get 200 grams of protein, 250 grams of protein. I've been making way more gains with 0.6 grams per pound of body weight. So in that sense, I was able to fit in a lot more carbohydrates and fill up my calories from healthy sources without worrying too much about the protein, because protein is overrated. And yes, a vegan diet has a bunch of protein. If you choose to, you can eat 200 grams of protein on a vegan diet as well. It doesn't matter. It might be a little bit more tricky, but you don't even need to, and you're gonna make more gains having a higher percentage of carbohydrate anyway. So why even overdose of protein? There is absolutely no point. My diet and the diet that is recommended, that I recommend all my clients, is high protein, but people think that high protein is 300 grams. Like, the recommended daily protein level for guys is about 60 grams of protein. And of course, if you're doing bodybuilding, maybe you'll need twice as much or a little bit more than that. And even that is like 120 grams, and I'm getting about 140 to 150 grams of protein. So that's a lot. I don't even need that amount. That's just my personal preference because I eat a lot of tofu and tempeh and stuff like that because I enjoy those foods, and automatically I get a lot more protein than I actually need. So in terms of training and nutrition, you know, I kept my macros about, I'd say 60, 20, 20. Loads of whole foods, grains, legumes, big on beans and lentils, tofu, tempeh. And in terms of training, I've been, you know, doing the same as I did before, you know, switching. I was just doing, you know, really high volume training, push, pull, leg split rather than doing bro splits. I'm not a big fan of full body workouts, although it does work if you're only gonna train about 3 times a week, but I train about 6, so I just prefer splitting up like that. Heavy weights combined with high repetition training as well. I really try to change it up as much as I can. And of course, the most important thing of all is being consistent with your diet and your training. You can't just, you know, cut out the meat products and go vegan and expect to, you know, build a huge amount of muscle. It takes a long time, but within a year of very consistent training and eating the right foods, you can see a huge change. But don't even focus on the end result, focus on the journey, focus on bettering yourself day by day. Make it a lifestyle, not a goal, and before you know it, you'll have made a big change. So anyway guys, I think a lot of people know now that the vegan diet isn't inferior to build muscle, and just reminding you that we do provide online training for people who are willing to try the vegan diet out. Link in the description box below, jonvenus.com. So if you're not sure what to do and how to go about it and you need some guidance, we're always here to help you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out.